The Unlocked podcast have got to be lawful gatekeeper of Chloe and Grayson after their guardians were sentenced to a combined 19 a long time in jail. Savannah Chrisley had an emotional Mother's Day. On this week's scene of her podcast Unlocked, the Chrisley Knows Best star, 26, who took over as the essential guardian of Chloe and her brother Grayson, after a government judge sentenced her guardians, Todd and Julie, to a combined 19 a long time in prison for assess extortion in November 2022, talked approximately her family's Mother's Day merriments, which included a sweet card from Chloe. Mother's Day, I do not know. It fair felt odd. I do not indeed know in the event that it, yes, it sucked, but it fair felt odd, Chrisley starts. I cruel, Chloe and Grayson are freaking blessed messenger children. They are the sweetest kids within the whole world, and they make it so simple. But Chloe composed a letter to me for Mother's Day, and the letter says, Happy Mother's Day to Savannah. I know that you just weren't expecting me and Grayson to come in your hands, but you're doing extraordinary work with me and Grayson. Keep up your work. Cherish, Chloe. And truly, when I to begin with examined it, y'all, I fair burst into tears, since that's the sweetest. I cruel, she's 11 a long time ancient, and she was kinda managed truly crappy cards. Chrisley proceeds. Noticing that Chloe appears to be making the finest out of her troublesome circumstance. Chrisley says that the letter made her realize that she was doing a firm as a gatekeeper. You're doing a beautiful, great work when it comes to these kids, and making them feel how they got to feel and fair appearing up, Chrisley told herself. In February, Chrisley showed up on the Misfortune Advantage podcast, where she opened up about how her vision for a family of her own has changed since she got to be a legitimate gatekeeper. I continuously utilize to say I will have in any case numerous kids God will permit. That was my perspective, she started. I do not know. I think when you're youthful you think kids are simple, right? No. After having Chloe and Grayson, in case anything, it moderated my timeline down on things, she recognized. But I continuously said God implied for me to be a mother. On the off chance that I do not do anything right with my life, that's progressing to be the one thing that I do right. Reflecting on her encounter, she proceeded, It's unquestionably opened my eyes to how imperative bringing a child into this world is, and how when we're gone, what we leave behind are children. So how we raise them, and how we adore them and direct them, things. I think, in case anything, it's fair made me realize that when that time does come for me to have kids, each small decision matters and impacts your child, she concluded. Since taking over as the essential gatekeeper, Chrisley has shared impressions of their life on social media and her podcast. In an Instagram post from Final July, Chrisley opened up about the substances of being a reward parent. I'm not their mother. I'm not their dad. I'm their sister, and I get to adore and direct them through life. Being a reward parent is tudgy. No one might ever include up to their guardians, she composed. But these kiddos have appeared me so much cherish, tolerance, beauty, understanding, and appreciation. Helping to raise these two kiddos is the hardest but most fulfilling work I will ever have, the television personality included.